Hi everyone, Ashley here, Mountain Adventure Reviews. Welcome to another video. Just want to say to start off with, thank you very much to all the new people that have subscribed and liked the previous videos. It's very, very much appreciated, and it just means that I can continue making these videos for you, and I do hope you like them. If you do, click that subscribe button and click that thumbs up, and we can continue to make these videos. So today's video is going to be all about mapping. With what's been said in the news in this last week about hikers getting lost using apps to navigate, I'm going to just show you very briefly, very quickly, how I map my routes and then use them whilst I'm out on the trails. So to start off with, we're just going to quickly glance over paper mapping. Always take a paper map. Now, here's a little trick that I've done in the past. Instead of carrying a great big map like this that you have to unfold and whatnot, on windy days it can be a little bit of a nightmare. So here's a little hack that I use when I go out. So to start off with, when I know where I want to go, when I've chosen where I want to hike and I've chosen a little route, I will then photocopy the section that the map relates to, and I will photocopy it and laminate it. This one is for Blencathra. So if your mapping is a little bit bigger, you can always double side it. So this one here will cover a fair amount of the Lake District. So on this one here, we've got right up from Scales Farm, which is here, up to Blencathra, but we've also got in this, right over here, we've got Sinningill, Blease Fell down the bottom here, and right the way up through to Sotherfell up here, and Bannerdale Crags up on this side. So it does cover a fair old amount. Now if you double side it, you've got even more, which is, it's a really good idea. Plus it's laminated, so it's waterproof, and then you can just fold it into a little pack like that, and that will sit in my chest rig. So that's a little hack for you, and I'm always into these little things that I can do. It just saves you carrying a massive map like this and you're having to unfold it, because you know these things aren't cheap. Having to unfold it and find out where you are, and you're into a massive map like this. Windy days, not good. So the second thing that I'd want to touch on is obviously then if you are going to use it as use it on an app. So if you are using an app, my best advice to you is to plan your route either on paper or on your app, but then check on aerial view once you have mapped it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a screenshotted video from me plotting a short route on OS Maps and then checking over the aerial view. So what you'll see is little round dots where I'm pressing on the screen, and hopefully you'll be able to follow what I'm doing. We'll do a little commentary as well whilst we're doing that. So let's get straight into that now. So the next little screen you'll see is my phone and my app. So here we go. So to start off with, we've started up OS Maps and we're going to zoom in on Scales Farm. So there is Scales Farm, and you can see that the route there. Now let's plot that route to start off with. So plot route, walk, hike, and then we're on snap. So let's snap that across to here. So this is the route that we took when we went up Blencathra at the beginning of December. Straight through to there, just like that. So that's part of the route. So let's just come back out of that. Just discard that. And with OS Maps, you have to To zoom in even further, you have to close it down and then fire it back up again. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it's just the way OS Maps works. So let's just zoom in onto that, and then we'll change onto aerial from the topography. Oh, it's not zooming in anymore. So let's just close that down, fire it back up again, and let's see if that zooms in. There we go, zoomed right in on that one now. So there's Scales Farm. So let's just have a look. Now we've plotted this route on here. As you can see, there's a path where those dots are. You can clearly see a path running up here. Now, there is a section a little bit further up, not that bit, a little bit further up, which actually shows that there's a path on OS Maps, but there's not actually a path there. So that straight line there shows that there's a path, but there's not, according to the aerial. So that the path is actually at the side there where those dots are. So that's where someone would have gone wrong there following that, but they would have been able to follow that path up. So that there would be the path where those dots are, pardon me, and then it follows back round. Now you can clearly see that where we marked it out before, you can clearly see that designated path there, right the way through this this valley here, and right the way up to Scales Tarn. Now if we zoom back out, we can see all the paths. That's Blencathra there, Blencathra Summit or Saddleback. They're the switchbacks we went up. That's Sharp Edge up there, and there we go. So let's just zoom back out of that, and as you can see, we're back onto topography there, topo, and that is Scales Tarn. So that's that there. So that is what I do. That is the way to visually check that there's a path there without actually being there. Now you can use lots of different apps for this. Pretty much all of them have aerial view. OS Maps is universal around there, around this sort what we're talking about. You can also use the Garmin Explore app, or Garmin Basecamp is another favourite that you can use, but things like All Trails and Komoot and things like that all have these aerial views, and it's always good to check the aerial view so you know that there's a path there. And it's just with what went on in the news with those hikers that had to call mountain rescue out because there was no path there and they got a bit lost. It could happen to anybody. So we've really got to be on the ball with planning. Now, I've always said preparation is key. You've got to prepare your routes, and that is the number one thing that I always do. Always check that there is a path there that you can follow. So I hope this short video, this short little review on here has helped you with your planning preparations for a hike. And if it has, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and if you have any questions, bat them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I will say now that, each to their own. We all have our own ways of planning. Please don't think that you have to follow my advice on planning. It's just experience of planning hikes. This is what I do. So hope you all had a good new year, and I want to wish you a very happy new year for 2023, and I'll see you all soon. If you are on TikTok, Mountain Adventure Reviews, give us a follow on there to see all our videos. And we do go live on a Thursday 8 till 9, so we have a Q&A, so feel free to join on if you want. So until the next video, take care, happy trails, and I'll see you soon.